Yunde Samej, Pabe Gunde Same, Samejavat, Nanda Shindo Cheba Show.
Good afternoon. So I'm drinking Tibetan tea. So everybody think they have received Tibetan tea. Even those who don't like Tibetan tea. It looks a great holiday camp. Holiday camping for enlightenment. Actually, I think it's also very good weather. good sun shining. Exactly as a beach. It's no difference from beach. No difference from being at the beach. Laying down under the hot sun at the beach. And so fulfills the same purpose. I want to thank here organization here, Lama Zopa Institute, they providing the course, all the facilities. I would like to thank very much from bottom of my heart. Name of the center. The name of the center is Lama Tsongkhapa Institute. So then during the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga, it fits. During the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga practice here, during their retreat, it fits. It seems quite a number of students wanted to continue the retreat. For it, it fits. We have to achieve enlightenment. Study and retreat together, corporately unified, corporately or unified. That is meditation study. In Tibetan, called Shedup Sungdel. So, the giving explanation, studying words, meanings, and practice, meditation practice to actualize the path to enlightenment. Like Dromtonpa explained, while I'm listening, I'm reflecting. While I'm reflecting, I meditate. So without separation, these three things without separation, that I practice. So like that, you say, going to Gadamba traditions. So during, happen all together. There's no separation. So, it's a Dromtonpa advice. So here, either unified or corporately together. So see, to study as well as, meditation, retreat, something. So, of course, without learning, without explanation, without learning, there's nothing to meditate. There's nothing to meditate. There's nothing to meditate. Except the other type of, the other part, the opposite meditation. Meditation, the actualizing delusions, making familiar with the delusions, mind training with the delusion, that which did not have beginning. This practice did not have beginning from this practice. This training, or this mind becoming familiar with the delusion, transforming into delusion, did not have beginning from did not have beginning. This familiarization or mind became familiar with the delusion. See that transforming into delusion. This did not have beginning. So that's why we're still. That's why we're still experiencing suffering, samsara. So. Or the blank mind, meditation, blank mind, or the spaced out, being spaced out. Many hours of the being spaced out. Do you understand being spaced out? Or being freaked out. Anyway, or mental nothingness. So that nothing exists. So anyway, so this is a great thing. Due to say the FPMT organization has some good karma. That we have very qualified teachers here, Chambajaso, and here again, which are here, and then also many other centers we have very qualified teachers. So due to that, we're able to have Australia, many other countries, United States, many countries, we have very qualified teachers. To learn the extensive Buddha's, scriptures, to learn depth, clarity, the additional Lama Tsongkhapa's clearest explanation of Buddha's teachings, path to enlightenment, clearest explanation. So we have karma to meet Lama Tsongkhapa teaching. To study, to have correct meaning and understand words, meanings, and makes unbelievably easy. So easy to say, to correct practice, and then from that correct realization, without taking much time, without taking long time, with hardships. So that. So, then also not only we leave it up to, not only we leave it up to insight, not only we leave it understand Dharma up to intellectual, but you see, we say retreat, we integrate into Lamrim, integrate all that into Lamrim. That Lama teacher set it up in a few pages. But it's very simple. How to go about enlightenment, how to practice all those words, extensive meaning, philosophy, words, see, that would expand in all those extensive, the scriptures, Sutta and Tantra. So, and putting into daily life practice, meditate on path, London, into daily life activity, not only sitting on the cushion, meditation, sitting on the cushion, but also during daily life activity. Daily life activity. So you put the essence of the whole 84,000 teaching. This will Tantra. There's the numbering, the putting into in daily also activities, So making life very profound, very most enjoyable, happiest life, most satisfying and fulfilling, and based on bodhicitta, even that based on bodhicitta, the foundation, doing everything out of bodhicitta. Even you're meditating on Lamrim, mind training, the impermanence, death, the gradual part of the Lord, capable of being the gradual part of the Lord, capable of being in general. So your mind training that, but it's done out of bodhicitta. So that then, not only that, then, not only the meditation done with bodhicitta, but even the, eating, walking, sitting, sleep, however, doing job, other activities in daily life, doing up bodhicitta. So, yeah, so that's, with the attitude to benefit, with the attitude to free the numberless sentient beings, numberless helpings from all the suffering causes, numberless hungry ghosts from all the suffering causes, numberless animals, free them from all the suffering causes, and numberless human beings, free them from all the suffering causes. So, we can see now how many people say, leave aside other problems, but just how many human beings are suffering, even this world, all these wars, so many people get killed with attacking each other, the bombs and all these things. Always you hear every week, almost every day you hear. Here we have peace, but other countries, other parts of the world, so much suffering. So even by thinking, how to solve these problems in the world, just even human beings' problems, all this incredible fear, terror. So here, in order to say, how's it? To really help sentient beings, even the human beings in this world, to have peace and happiness, especially to have ultimate happiness. And then we need to liberate them from cause of suffering, the delusion, karma. We need to have all the skills to do that. We need to ourselves, we need the realization of the path, which we're going to cause them to exercise the path. So we need to have the realization. So that's how, this studying and then studying Dharma, studying Lamrim, studying their philosophies, those extensive teachings, during retreat, particular, the trying to exercise the path, what we have learned, whatever we studied. So that's the really best solution, really. Not only human beings in this earth to have peace, happiness, to cause them ultimate happiness, liberation from samsara, and full enlightenment, the great liberation. Of course, then all other living beings, the numberless sentient beings, even with the intellectual understanding, we can benefit so much. But especially if you have realization, we're able to offer very deep benefit to others. Person who has a realization of impermanence, that who has a realization of that, when that person says some words, has an incredible power to transform others' mind, to cut others' delusions. Somebody who has a Buddhist realization, say few words, speak few words to others. It has incredible blessing, power. Able to cut the other's self-realization thought. Incredible, it carries incredible blessing, like atomic bomb, over the self-realization to transform others' mind in bodhicitta. That is our own experience when we hear teachings from, those great enlightened lamas or other meditators who have realization, bodhicitta, when we hear from them. It's our own experience, how it's so beneficial, even few words. It's coming out of their realizations. So similar, more we practice, whatever we say, when we consult, teach others, advise others, very powerful, a lot of blessing. Then our actions totally transformed into virtue, totally into cause to achieve, and only in the cause to achieve liberation from samsara, or only in the cause to achieve enlightenment for a sentient being, only in the cause only in the cause which brings happiness to the numberless sentient beings. Whatever we do that causes that happiness to numberless sentient beings, temporary and ultimate happiness, enlightenment. Like how Lama Tsongkhapa and the Untitled Rinpoche praised to Lama Tsongkhapa, even breathing in and out, how Untitled Rinpoche praised Lama Tsongkhapa, even Gombo Chuji Shaiji Usum Tata Dola, maybe Juchuna, you the saviors, even breathing in and out, become cause of, happiness to numberless, to all the transmigratory beings. Means all those sentient beings who are transmigrating into one of the six realms, one of them being under the control of karma and delusion. So you see, become cause of happiness for all those numberless transmigrated beings. So see, so then others see no question. See, even breathing, other activities no question. But even the Lama Tsongkhapa is breathing in and out. So that means see, if one has a Buddhicitta realization, then that's what even breathing. Leave aside other activities, even just breathing, in daily life, breathing in and out. Each breath being say cause of happiness for all the suffering sentient beings. So through study meditation, then we say by doing together, then we actualize. Gradually our mind get familiar, see closer and closer. Then you have actual realization. So from Shumbata was Sentient. So like if not actual switch, but the like cover switch. So there's the effortful bodhicitta. Then that leads to effortless actual realization bodhicitta. So like that. So in this way, from life to life, there's a mental condition, there's a mental unity. From life to life, so you see there's continuity of good heart. So, so far, from life to life, we have the harming to others with a self-cherishing thought. From life to life, from beginning is a rebirth, life to life, we see harming other sentient beings. For now, if we study and meditate together, you see, to retreat, advance bodhicitta, and then from life to life, there's a continued good heart, bodhicitta. So we bring, to numberless sentient beings, we are able to benefit in each life. Deeper and deeper, even that deeper and deeper as we advance the higher path, so that and it is a great blessing, by having bodhicitta realization is a great blessing in this world. In the country, in the area, let's see, like Lama Tsongkhapa, the institute here, it is great blessing, for the land, for the people. So that. One time, when as soon as the Lama was teaching Mongol in Tibetan monastery, so I don't know which part, I'm not sure. I think someone was granting the Lamrim combined with the 8,000 stanza Yadongba, together. And there's there's one great Lama, Gachin is Yao-Chen, there's one text, that is expand kind of combined, because I think, however, so was giving these teachings, combine those two. For that, supposed to explain, there are many dogs at the monastery. There are many dogs at the monastery. So I thought having many dogs is only Tibetan monastery. But actually, when I went to Thailand, I saw in Thailand monasteries also many dogs. It's not only Tibetan monastery. Anyway, with the Thailand, the monks go for alms in the very early morning. In the very early morning, I think one time, maybe I was with the Lama. I think the Lama was. So we had just transit, stayed in the hotel. Then next morning at 6 o'clock, we were going to the airport. So 6 o'clock in the morning, the monks were already on the street for alms, to receive alms. So I thought if I was living here, I wouldn't be able to that. Just go out and go in the streets for alms and to receive alms. I thought I wouldn't be able to do that. But the people so devoted. When they see monk, they treat like a Buddha. They respect like meeting Buddha. They're so devoted. So in the early morning, the women from family, they carry the tray, filled with food. They kneel down, not in the car road, but above the platform. Kneel down there. They kneel down. They carry the tray with food, you see. Not that they carry. So then monk they pass where the river, I think comes there, receive food. So yeah. So what you are supposed to eat, you are supposed to accept any food. I think there's no question of veg or non-veg. I think no selections. Want to have steak or want to have this and that. So you just have to accept whatever is offered. So, Geshe Tenge, Basoyogani. So he was in Thailand for many years, Upper Paksa. He was Thailand for many years. So Geshe said that there was in the food there was something very delicious, something very, very delicious. I think he had for many years. But one day he realized that it was a lobster, I think. So lobsters, the meat, the lobsters, the meat inside. So this one put backside. Meat, I think this is bone, I'm not sure. Shell, yeah. For the inside meat is taken out and put on top. So that's how they served. And of course, cooked. So Geshe could enjoy Brahmas for many years, but didn't realize what it was. So one day he realized it was the lobster. Yeah, lobster, yeah, lobster. Lobster or frogs, and frog does it born? Oh, I see. Maybe lost, maybe baby crabs. So one day he discovered, there's a crab. Now the label changed. So I was going to say, the Zonius monks. Oh yes, so that's thank you very much. I lost. So that Traditioner said, shouldn't talk about dogs. Someone said only, but the monks were giving food to the dogs. So Thailand, you see, the monks come back from arm, the leftover food they give the dogs. That's how they at the monastery many dogs in Thailand. So in the but that might be difficult to digest for the dogs because this is an offering. This is offering offered with the devotion by people. So the sanghas food, and they get to made the dogs get many disease. I remember from Baksa, where I lived 8 years. They get so much the hairs worn out, the hairs fall out, and there's so many infections. So many. So maybe they don't digest because the pollution. The sanghas food is offered by others with devotion, so they cannot practice Dharma. So I think maybe it doesn't. It's pollution. They don't difficult to say digest. How to say? So many dogs get sick, like that. So someone said that only those, and because giving food to the dogs, someone said that the dogs get benefits only somebody has bodhicitta, then giving even a handful of food to a dog, then they get benefit. I think benefit means to the mind, the dog. It's not talking about stop hunger. It's not talking benefit to the mind of the dog. Let's talk about so ourselves, in the essence of what I'm saying, ourself, we stop giving harm with the body, we stop giving harm others with speech, and gradually we stop giving harm also with even just, delusion arising. You see, even negative motivation, you see, giving harm others, so that we gradually, able to stop all the harms to other sentient beings. And the absence of that is peace, happiness, what they're receiving. So even while we are practicing, you see, mantra and the renunciation, right view, bodhicitta, and living the vows, living the lay vows, morality, into the lay vows, so that many harm we stop. That we stop that many harm to other sentient beings. So that's giving peace and happiness to sentient beings. And that includes all the human beings, animals in this, what we can see in this world. So already we're benefiting to sentient beings like this. Like this. Then on top of them, of course, there's tongue to the practice force like that. Benefiting so much, unbelievable. See, then we dedicate the merits. We collect extensive merits with bodhicitta. Let me discuss merit every time when we change the motivation bodhicitta. And when we meditate on bodhicitta, on those techniques. And each time when we meditate on the emptiness, we practice unconceivable merits, like another one, unbelievable soul, and listening, teaching, studying. We see all those merits we correct. We dedicate at the end to all sentient beings. So that includes all the human beings, animals who are in this world, those who are much suffering. Well, those people who are so much suffering in the Iraq, or those Palestinians, or Israel, or however, so forth, many other parts of the world where there's so much suffering, so they all get it. And when we dedicate marriage, they all receive this. So, say, similarly, when somebody died, we do puja. we chant those powerful mantras, purifying, very powerful, purifying mantras, and it helps them, liberates them from the heaviest sufferings in the hell realm among those animals. We dedicate our merits to them, it helps them. We make statues to benefit for dedicate merits to them, and they get higher birth. By reading teachings on the present paramita, as you're doing meditation on emptiness, we dedicate the merits to them. See? So it's very common that it helps them. The same thing, it helps all those who are people, in the war who died, all those. So we dedicate merits. But as we done the practice, so it's, there's so much benefit to what we do, what we offer every day to sentient beings. You see, once the karma is ripened, it's not easy. Before the karma is ripened, easier to manage. But once the karma is ripened, not easy. There are numberless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas whose holy mind only who cherish, whom they cherish is only sentient beings. Whom they work for, only sentient beings. No one else. Is it only sentient beings? But you see, God said, if it does not depend on sentient beings' karma, if it does not depend on from sentient beings' side purifying their negative karma, clearing good karma, the cause of happiness, higher birth, liberation, samsara, enlightenment, so forth. Even the temporary happiness, if it's totally up to, Bodhisattvas, or even in Christian terms, can be said if it's only, or Muslim terms, if it's only up to the God. See, reason can be similar. So anyway, if the God has compassion to all living beings, if the God is like sky, nothing, something like that, then there's no talk about compassion, having compassion. But however, compassion and all the power, the God has all the power, and the full understanding. So as Buddhists say, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, spiritual Buddhas, they have compassion to every single suffering beings. Not only that, omniscient mind, not only that, perfect power, to save the sentient beings from the sufferings. So if it's only up to, if if it's only up to if it's only if it doesn't depend on something with karma, if it's only up to Buddha, let's see, or God, but God in the sense having compassion for all living beings, having perfect power, omniscient mind, that. However, there wouldn't be one sentient being left. There wouldn't be one suffering sentient being, left out. There wouldn't be one. By now, there wouldn't be even one suffering sentient being left out. I think whenever Buddha came in existence, whenever there wouldn't be anything being left out. Everyone would have enlightened without delay, even a second. So if it's only in the hand of Buddha or only up to God. So so therefore, so sentient being side need to put. Therefore, need to put effort. For example, a person who is sick, or deformed or sick in whole life. For example, there's one example. Without mentioning lordism, sufferings. So like that, whatever treatment is done, nothing helps, and difficult cure like that. We see, even there's doctor, even there's a method in the world exists to cure, either through meditation, healing, or medicines. Even it exists in the world, but somehow that person doesn't encounter that method. Some other person seeking, and some other person encounter those methods, and some miracles happens, get recovered. Even it is incurable disease, regarded by common people as incurable, but like that. So need to there as long as do not change the karma. As long as we don't change the karma, we don't do something with the karma, the cause of the suffering, then you have to experience the result of suffering, no matter how many lifetimes it lasts, how many years it lasts. So that is here. So, if you're able to change the cause, able to do something with the cause, then the change then you don't need experience at all, or just a very short time. Just in this life, or even that very short, finish by experiencing even nightmare or the dream, some frightening dream, or some headache, or some stomach ache, or some people criticizing. Some people criticizing you. Finish that karma, then having the karma. finish experiencing, see. It's manifest into something other people criticizing, putting you down, see. They haven't finished. Or you feel some depression, The many years of suffering in the lower realms for many lifetimes have manifest into depression, dislike, into depression, and unhappy mind. Or a few months, or some days, some weeks, however, finished by that. Manifest, however, something has to experience, so manifest that, you see, and then finish all that heavy karma, you see, that very heavy karma. So anyway, by doing something in the cause, see, purifying, say, then not committing again, see, like that. So I was mentioning that I met the two who works for Tibetan campaign in Washington, Rinpoche, and I don't remember the other person. So met in Holland. So I was just expressing that along with whatever political method, but along with that some Dharma, together, I say behind Dharma force. So then we can succeed. But the Dharma, the political method, that's the method type, there's a condition. But the main cause of say independence, or main cause of say the freedom of Tibet, the main cause, since that is happiness, so the result has to be virtue. The karma has to be good karma, see. Through negative karma, you can't achieve that happiness. So, so it needs, so the karma, cause of that happiness, independence or freedom, the Tibetan people say. So that lay, or the action that has to be good karma. So by changing the karma, by making that good karma powerful, only then you can have success of the result, happiness, the freedom, see, like that. So even in that case, same, see, dealing with karma, even in case of Tibetan freedom, independence, it's a question of karma. It's a question of karma. Everything depends on karma. So it's a question of karma, question of changing karma, making the cause powerful, with the good karma. See, by the community, by the Tibetan people, by the community, see, have made that karma very powerful. So His Holiness is, generous, compassion Buddha can guide, help, but from the people's their side, they need layer of the karma. Since that result means happiness, so the good karma that has met so from this side powerful. You see. So I'm just using that as an example. Using that as an example. I guess, for example, 500 feet material statue. By building this, so many sentient beings get benefit. So I guess one reason for the sentient beings to get the benefit, to get this incredible, extensive benefit from this statue, I see. To actualize this, the sentient beings also need merit. They need merit in order to actualize such this statue now, and to get incredible benefit. Such easy way to appear on the karma, collect merit, for anyone from all over the world who get benefit of that. So much benefit. So able to achieve enlightenment kuka, or to achieve realization kuka, so all those benefits, they have to, from their side, they have to have, say, our karma, like that. To able to attract such a statue in the world. So it's that's of course one explanation. Or one explanation. Besides, organizers need a lot of merit to that. So I'm just using this as an example. So that even in the individual case, whatever project you are aiming, whatever success you are aiming, if it's a happiness, then it's all to do with the lay action. You see, so need to whatever skill smart you are in business, so whatever smart you are, that alone is not doesn't mean you will succeed. You need a merit behind, like the fund for project, like a big fund for big project. So you need a lot of merit. You see, for the success that you see. So just being smart, being good politician or good, say, you are smart in ideas. That alone is not the answer. That just can be even you succeed, but that can be just condition for success. So like that. So anyway, so here was it. So our learning Dharma, practicing, and trying to stop non-virtuous actions, and in everyday life engage virtuous actions, then try to maintain the path to realization. So this really is the best way to benefit of sentient beings. With this, we can give ultimate benefit. We can purify the karma, cause which they've already created, and you see, by educating them Dharma, can purify the karma, and then they stop creating again karma. And this way, they can achieve happiness life after life. You see, they can achieve happiness and meet Dharma, practice Dharma, and develop the mind more and more. It's the path. However, essential thing that so without talking the complete Mahayana path or the sutra and then on top of the tantric path, just less well path, by educating them for noble truth, educating them through suffering, through causal suffering, then making them aware there is a cessation of suffering you can achieve, and then how it's possible is because there's true path that you can see. There are many qualified teachers that they can learn and practice and exercise path. So make it impossible. However, sooner or later, make it reach to the end of the suffering. However, impossible to experience the suffering again by completely ceasing even the seed of delusion. You see, so that. So we are able to that we can educate the sentient beings. You see, just even educate them by teaching Four Noble Truths. That's unbelievable. It causes them to achieve ultimate benefit, to see happiness. So that itself is unbelievable. So without talking about enlightenment, great liberation, the non-abiding sorrowless state, all those very high those, let's say, path, without talking that, just this benefit we can offer, more will learn Dharma practice. So this is unbelievable. So many sentient beings, human beings in this world that we can benefit, you see. So therefore, we must rejoice, and we are unbelievable. Therefore, we are unbelievable fortunate, incredible fortunate. That we are incredible. That we are liberating ourselves every day doing practice, learning Dharma, and we can cause this, that we have incredible opportunity to liberate others. So this is the best solution, the ultimate solution. This is the best answer for the world peace, and this is our contribution for the world peace, something like that. So we must realize it, we must recognize this. So I think that's all. That's all. That's all today. Okay. Thanks so much. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah. You can use it as a Mexican hat. Mexican hats.